G'day gamers, Gob here. Welcome back to Gob's Quickies. And what I've got for you today is an Azalea farm. Yes, it is. It makes use of some of the mechanics of moss blocks where they'll grow a whole heap of different types of vegetation. But what we're really after is Azalea and the moss carpets. But we get seeds and flowers and all those sort of other good things also come out of it, and it's quite handy. Now, I must thank Julie Beans, AKTSquare, and Imp Curious for this design because I stole it from the commune on the Outback Server. Right, let's get to it. Now, word of warning, it's got a fair bit of redstone, but it's fun. Right, let's go. It's quite simple. I say that now. You've got your moss blocks in there. You got some dispensers with some buckets of water, and we have got underneath all this a dispenser with bone meal to fire up the moss. Come over here, press our button. The moss gets vegetated, fires off the water, washes all the bits away, and they come down and collect in this chest. Let's see it again. There we go. Oh, we got an azalea trees this time. It's washed away. And it's collected in here. And when we want to top up our bone meal, because we've run out, we come around this side and whack our bone meal in there. Now there is a bit going on underneath. Go down here. And we've got our dispenser. Got a little bit of redstone. Come around the back and scare us. Hello, Mr. Cat. Come around the back and we'll scare ourselves. This is the redstone to get our little bit of a delay for the dispensers. Right, let's go building. Now to build this, you're going to need an area which is roughly 7 by 8 on the surface, but there's a bit going on underneath and to the sides. Equipment-wise, what we're going to need is a few chests, a few dispensers, redstone repeaters, some redstone torches, a button, a whole chunk of dust, some hoppers, glass, stone brick stairs, some building blocks, some decorative blocks, and of course our moss and lots of bone meal. Right, let's go. Okie dokie. Now this can be built at ground level or it can be built a little bit higher. Doesn't really matter, but we're going to whack it down, okay? So we want to put down our moss. And it is a 5 by 5 area. Don't worry if you don't have enough moss. You can always use the old bone meal to spread the moss that you've already got. Just like that. What we want to do now is just clear out those ones. And we want to get a whole bunch of hoppers running to that one. We'll go 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, at this point here, we just want to place down our output chest and run hopper into that. Make sure they're all running away. Yep, they're all running the right way. Okay, so anything now that gets washed into those hoppers will come down here and get pushed into that chest. Right, what we're going to do now is just ring the build with some construction blocks. Except for the back. Because in the back, we want to place down the dispensers facing in towards the moss. Now get your glass and ring the build. Okay, now what I want you to do is place 1 bucket of water in each of these dispensers. Doesn't matter which slot they go in. And now we're just going to work on the roof. What we want to do is just bring our build with our construction block one more time. And then we can start closing it in. Maybe chuck in some lighting. Doesn't have to be too much. And there we go. Our roof is on. Now we need to go underneath. What I want you to do is we just need to dig down and create our working area. Don't worry, you can close some of this back in later on. But basically we want to tunnel in underneath the farm. Okay, what I want you to do is find the center moss block, which is this one here. And we're going to want to place a dispenser facing upwards. Now, you can't just place it like that because now it's facing downwards. What we've got to do is place a block underneath us and then do that. Okay, so it's now facing upwards and we can place some moss back there. Now we've got to get out. Now, pick a side, doesn't really matter where, and in line with that dispenser, just dig out a couple of holes. What we want to do is run hoppers running in to that dispenser. Come back outside to where you've dug that hole. And we want to go, so it's one out from the wall. And I'll just place that with brick. We want to place a chest on that hopper. And then we can close it in. You can pretty that up however you like. Now what we want to do, into this chest, place down all our bone meal, and it should flow down and fill up our dispenser. Let's check that. Yes, there we go. Happy days. That is now our refill point done. Now we're going to do some redstone. What I want you to do is grab our button, grab our redstone dust, and grab our repeaters. Okay. We're going to go down here. We're going to place one repeater facing in to the block under our dispenser. Okay, now we need to decide where we're going to put our button. Now I had it away from there so I could have some stairs going down, but we don't have to do that. We could place it somewhere off to the side. We could have it somewhere like that. Let's say we put our button just there. Okay, when we press that button, this block is going to get powered. Okay, so if we place a block underneath it and put some dust down, we should see that get powered. See? Like that. Okay, if we run that then to our repeater, see? It fires the bone meal onto our moss and grows all the good stuff. Okay, we're halfway there. What we need to do now is get the dispensers to work. What I want you to do is go and grab our redstone torches and come around behind the build. And what we need to do now is dig down to give ourselves an area to work with. Now, the reason I'm doing it this way is because my dispensers are at ground level and you can see the backs of them, and I don't want all the redstone being up here. This could be a lot simpler if we just run a repeater into the back and somehow we close in the back here, but it makes our build look somewhat bigger. So I've decided to try and keep it relatively compact. Okay? Okay, so what we want to do is just go down and leave one gap between the dispensers, under the dispensers, like that. And now we're going to put down a redstone torch, and see that has fired our water into the back of those blocks with the redstone torches. We want a repeater into each one, and then running back 2 from each of those, we want some dust. Like that, okay? So that this forms a line and it fires each one of them. But this array, if we just ran the redstone line from that, would fire at the exact same time as our dispenser underneath at the bone meal, which would mean we don't actually get the plants because the water gets in the way. So we want to put a delay onto this. And to do that, we need a little bit more redstone. So we're just going to dig out a working area just back here. Okie dokie. So what I want you to do now is just clear out this spot here. And we are going to put a redstone line running up here to this point where we're going to put a repeater. I might just chuck that down there. We're going to go two repeaters, and then some dust. Whack down another repeater there. Whack down some more redstone there. 2 more repeaters. And we put a repeater just there like that. So it looks something like that. Now what we're going to do is change the ticks on these. Now the reason we've got 2 rows going into this is one will activate the dispenser and one will turn it off. Okay, so these ones here all need to be on 3 tick. Okay, so max them out. Just like that. And now, when we fire that, we're out of sync. We are out of sync. Let's just take these and replace them, and that should close our dispensers. There we go. Now we'll try it. Yep, that worked. Happy days. All that's left to do now is to close all this up. Now, if you want to, you could put some lighting down just to make sure we don't get any nasties, especially if you've built down here in the normal world and you don't have it on bedrock. Right, let's close all this in and pretend it doesn't exist. But we might bring the build in stone. And there you go. Let's see if it works. That worked. That worked. And that worked. Excellent. And all the workings are underground and we don't have to see it. All it's left to do now is put on a roof. And you can do it however you like. This one here I've used stairs by the looks of it. Or you could use slabs. However you want. I might just go around and put our stairs down here like this. And for this one, I might just put slabs on top. Actually, that's what it looks like I've done on the other one. And the reason we put slabs on top is so it's not spawnable. Not that it would be spawnable with those lights there, but it makes it just look that little bit better. And there you go, one completed Azalea farm. And let's just take those out and see what our score is from this effort. Bit some moss and some seeds, I'd be thinking. Yep, moss carpet. No seeds out of that one. Do it again. Oh, we got an Azalea tree. Seeds, more moss carpets, and Azalea. And last one. Excellent. Some more Azaleas, lots more moss carpet. And that is just a great little farm to get some extra bits and pieces to decorate your base. There you go, one little semi-automatic moss farm Azalea farm, whatever you want to call it. It looks compact when you look at it, that version, but when you look at all the stuff underneath, it's got a little bit of work. But I really do thank Chili Beans for giving me the inspiration to build this. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other content. And that's all I got time for today. And now, till next time, hooroo!